Hi, Eloise here, and today on Clinic Chats, I want to talk about challenge versus ease. Hi, Eloise Ansell here. I am an intuitive healer based in the UK, and today I wanted to talk about conflict, challenge versus ease, because I think this is a topic that it's about time I really spoke about because it's been rumbling around my head for years. So, one of the things that I learned very early on in my healing journey and through New Age books and courses I was taking is around the healing nature of conflict. And I was like, yeah, conflict does bring healing. I get wisdom from it, I get awareness. And I was like, okay, yeah, I get this. And so, that whole piece of when something bad happens to us, we can see the good that comes out of it. And that has been a massive cornerstone of my life and my work for many, many, many years. But about 3, 4 years ago, I started getting a bit tired of conflict. I don't know about you, but it's exhausting. So I started asking, is there a different way? Is there a different way that me and my clients and people in my life can heal without going through conflict? Is this possible? And the answer is yes. So, having gone from this looking for the gems in the darkness, looking for that benefit from conflict in every situation in my life and in my clients' lives, and yeah, I still slip into doing it occasionally. But I'm like, there has to be a different way. And for me, that's choosing ease. So, have you ever learned something or gained some awareness or an insight or had an aha when you've not been in pain or torture or trauma or drama or conflict? The answer is yes, but you might not remember it because it isn't associated with trauma and drama and all the rest of it. I can be stood looking at the sea and have these amazing thoughts and ideas and ahas and shift massive things, or I'm having a hug and I shift something. And it's beautiful and it's gorgeous, but I might not remember 5 minutes later because it's not caught up with trauma and drama and all the rest of it. We can heal and grow in other ways. So I'm not saying that trauma and drama and conflict is never going to happen in our lives because, until it doesn't, I guess, we're probably going to have some conflict come up, it's going to happen. But what I no longer do is sit and look at that conflict and go, okay, what brilliance did I get from that? What awarenesses did I get from that? How did that help me? Because if I think the only way that I can heal, get ahas, resolve things, and expand my capacity for my awareness and my intuition and my healing ability and the journey to enlightenment, or whatever we want to label things as. If I think the only way that can come is through conflict, I'm going to create more conflict and drama in my life. I'm going to encourage it to show up because that's the only way I can heal. No, not anymore. And I challenge you to join me on this path. If we keep coming back to the trauma and drama and seeing it as a good thing, our expectation is that we can only heal through trauma and drama. We will keep creating trauma and drama in our lives. So this is what I've been playing with and thinking about for maybe 3, 4 years. And last year I came across The Compassion Key with Edward Mannix. And in his first book, Reinventing Truth, he talks about this. I was like, finally, someone else who says the same thing as I've been like playing with in my head. So he talks about silver linings And he goes through a little bit of a, I haven't actually read it for a while, but the first chapter in the book, uh, things went wrong. Don't be fooled by the silver lining. Things go wrong. It can be extremely painful. We can lose our job, a loved one, make terrible choices that impact our lives for decades in unpleasant ways. And he's kind of like talking about all of this and how, when faced with intense emotional pain, our brain responds by several types of coping mechanism. Coping mechanism are 100% healthy psychological responses that our brain utilizes to protect us from psychological pain that's too much to handle from the layers of reality that we have not yet been ready to deal with. So he goes into talking about these coping mechanisms. And one of the coping mechanisms is finding that silver lining. What's the good that's come out of this thing? And Edward is brilliant at putting things together. I mean, like, he'll explain it far better than me. So if you're really interested, go and grab this book. But he starts talking about how this hurts us. So this type of thinking, focusing on the silver lining and not realizing that things just went wrong, is greatly limiting, and it can damage us in a number of ways. First, if every time something bad happens we try to see the good in it, then we risk subconsciously attracting more bad things into our lives and confusing ourselves that bad things are actually good things. So we're programming ourselves to be in pain. And I mean, like, go away and read Edward stuff. Look him up; he's a real gem. And when I kind of heard someone else talking about this, I was like, oh, finally. It's just like, because I'm really fed up with conflict. I want to choose ease in life. I want to choose fun. I want to have my healing journey be ease, fun, joy, play, all the rest of it. And having my awarenesses, taking on Edward's viewpoint of things, I'm like, of course. Still get sucked into it some days. However, I catch myself every time I start looking at something bad that's happened and I start listing off things that are good about it. I'm like, no, stop it. Because you are creating that kind of response again, which is going to attract more bad things into your life. Our expectations create our reality. What we focus on, we create more of. Stop thinking that bad things have to come for you to heal and grow and develop and heal and any other words that you want to put on it. There are other ways. Ask for things to show up in another way. Universe, find me a different way to get this healing done. Find a different way for me to do this. I want to do it through ease and play. Ask for that every day. Stop programming yourself with these coping mechanisms that bad things bring good things, and choose something different. I'm going to be talking more about this with my clients, but I wanted to make a little video on this just to kind of just briefly start this conversation. And there is so much programming in the healing world that, we have to go to our dark side to find the gems. And yes, there can be gems there. I'm not saying there are not. I'm not saying, we don't learn from challenge. We do. But if we expect that we have to go into hell to get to heaven, we're going to spend a lot more time in hell. I'd rather just go straight to heaven, and then, if they exist, just go straight to heaven and get all my lessons there. I don't want to burn my toes in hell. So I just want to finish with a little bit more from Edward's book. He kind of finishes his thoughts off on this topic. Anyway, and there's many more topics in this book. It is impossible to fully heal a wound when we're holding on to its perceived benefits. If it's possible to fully dissolve an obscuration, fully transform a pattern when we have ascribed benefits to its past fruition, and knowingly ascribe benefits to it playing out again in the future. Seeing through the false reality of the silver lining is extremely important and beneficial, and it is something far too few people have done up until now. The fact that you're reading these words, oh, hello, right now means that you're ready to pull back many of the silver linings in your life and enjoy the benefits of moving more deeply into reality as it is, not as we want it to be, not as we need it to be. Good things are coming. So I'm paraphrasing a little bit the end of Edward's words, but good things are coming, people. It's why not choose good things and fun things, and that be our reality, that be our paradigm, that we can heal through good things. We don't just have to stay with bad things to go on this journey. And stop writing down those lists of all the good things that have happened from something bad, because we will never let go of it in totality if we think we're getting something from it. When I was a life coach, we talk a lot about secondary gains. Like if someone was I don't know, just brain going to something like overweight, there may be secondary gains to being overweight. It's like you're more cuddly and people like to cuddle you more, and there might be some like random thing that you're holding on to that weight for because you like it. And I'm like, you could be cuddly with 20 pounds less on your body. So identifying those secondary gains and trying to work out how else you can get those benefits in life can sometimes let you let go of that problem. And that's something that we do a lot in coaching. And so in clinic, in therapy, it's like, well, why not the same? It's like all those silver linings that we have associated with a problem or a disease or an issue with our bodies, where else can we get those benefits? And implement that. And then finally, maybe you'll let go of that pain or that conflict. It's exciting. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this. Comments, thoughts below. If you want to try a free group healing session that I recorded, you can find the link to those below. And yeah, taster of working with me. Anyway, have a great day. Take care. Bye.